Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to show you how I play the song Reminiscing by the Little River Band. It's a great song, fun to play, and it has some great chords and not a lot of changes, except for the intro, which comes in the song later as well. So, let's take a look. Song starts with an E flat, and the way I play it is I play it like an E flat power chord. Like that. And I play it like where I'm adding the C on top, and then I move this finger. So it's and then I play an F9 like this voicing where it's to a B flat 7. Let's look at that one more time. Up to an A flat 9 to a D flat 7. G flat 9 to a B7. E9 to an A7. And then I go down to the open D to go. And so here I play with a G, B, D, G, with the D in the bass. And then again I go. One more time. Now we get into the chords. G major 7. Now I play it like this with an F sharp and a D and the G on the bottom. So Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home, we got down to the gate, and now this chord is a C9 sharp 11. There's a couple of ways you can play it. I like to play it the lazy way. I'll show you. So you can play it where this note bars these four. So you get the E and the F sharp. Then you have to lay down the C, the B flat, and the D. So you have this whole... But it gets cluttery, and I just like to play it like this. C, B flat, D, F sharp. So it's... So that is Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home, we got down to the gate, and I was dreaming of the night. Now we play a B9. Now this I just play it like where I like that. Would it turn out right? You could also, for the sake of the song, play it this way. Could it? But I hear that third in the low, but you can play it here also. Would it turn out right? I like it here though. How the years go on. Now we play another G major 7 to another C9 sharp 11. The memories come along. B9. G major 7 on the way back home. B flat 9. Promise you'll never be alone. Verse again. That's the way it began. We were hand in hand. Glenn Miller's band was C9 sharp 11. We yelled and screamed for more. And those Porter tunes night and day. Each night we okay, see to say the pattern, it just keeps repeating. Now we do the tag. G major 7, B flat 9, D. Now here's the only other change in the song is during this hurry, don't be late. I've seen the way a few people play it. It took me a while to get what was going on, and partially it's because you hear like a G minor 9 on the second chord, but I don't think the music's playing the 9, it's in the voice. So you hear it starts, hurry, don't be late, with a G major 7, and then I play it this way, like a B flat here, with a G on the bottom, muting the A string, but so the D rings, so it's basically a G minor 7, but the vocal is on the A. So it's like, hurry, don't be late, I can hardly wait. Back to the B9. Said to myself when we're we'll go. Then the tag. Ooh, B flat 9 and reminiscing. Intro. Friday night it was late, G major 7. Then 2 hours, C9 sharp 11. Would it turn out right? Again, it repeats. Memories come along. And the tag. On the way back home, promise you'll never be alone. Hurry, don't be late, I can hardly wait. I said to myself when we're alone, we'll go dancing through the park. The tag, walking through the park and reminiscing. Now, there's a trumpet solo, and it just goes over the first turnaround of a verse, and then the tag, and then it outros on D, so it's and that's basically how you play Reminiscing by the Little River Band. It's a great song. It's a lot of fun. The vocals from that band are really great. They have so many great songs. I didn't know which one I was going to do today because I wanted to do a Little River Band song, but they have like songs like Lady, which was good, you know, which is a fun one, and if there's one thing in my life that's missing, it's the time that I... You know, all those types of songs. So, anyways, they have so many great songs. So there's also a few things in this song that I wanted to bring to your attention. Whether you are a new player or you want to somewhat embellish or solo over the song. People have asked me before how I approach the chords, and so I thought it would be cool to talk about that for just a minute. In the song, it goes through a few key changes, and they're subtle. It's almost, I look at it almost like a blues song, and in just the structure of how I would approach it. The main chord is a G major 7, and that can happen in the key of G or the key of D. So I look at it like the key of G major. However, that doesn't stop you from approaching it if you wanted to in a solo way to approach it as a 4 chord in the key of D. The next chord is that C9 sharp 11. So if you don't know where the C9 sharp 11 comes from, it comes from the 4th position of the melodic minor. So then you would have to approach the second, when you get to the second chord, you would approach the scale as a G melodic minor, which if you play jazz, you would know it as the F sharp altered scale. So this is basically going to have, again, the one F sharp, but it's also going to have the B flat, which is very common to me in blues when you go from the root, which is like, in typical blues, you have a root dominant 7. Like if we were playing in G blues, you would be playing a G7. You would technically be playing that in the key of C major because you want the B natural and you want the F natural. What happens is then you go to the 4 chord, which would be like the C7 or the C9 in a typical G blues. And at that point there, you would be going to the key of F major because the C9 is the 5. And that would have a B flat and everything else natural. So you have that where that third, you switch scales to where the third drops down. In the key of C, there's all naturals. In the key of F, the B is now flat, which is the third of the first chord. Which is why you get away with, if you're playing blues, when you go to the 4 chord, why a G minor pentatonic works, because technically it's in the key of F, which is really the key that you'd be playing in if the C was in the 5. So if I haven't driven you completely insane now, when you get to the B9, I would almost look at this like an altered. You could play, because you'd be playing the key of D, well, it's really like an E minor in the key of D, but made harmonic minor. You have an F sharp, a C sharp, and a D sharp. You could play the half whole scale here, which is diminished scale. You could play the altered scale in B altered, which would be C melodic minor. Oh man, there's so much stuff. Anyways, you could look at it like an altered 5. And I hope that helps. And the rest of the stuff, like, there's some other changes where you go to the G major 7, obviously to the B flat 9, which is an out chord, and you could play over that chord however you'd want to play. There's many scales you could play over that B flat 9, which would really be to the key of E flat major, and then we get to the D, on the tag. But anyways, I hope that helps a little bit with how you might want to approach the song and maybe think about it. Maybe you're new to thinking about scales. I don't know. Anyways, I love the song. Very good.